Welcome back to our new video. It's been a while since our last one, but we're new at this.
Yeah, in this video we wanted to announce and to share with you, with everyone, the specific route that we decided to go.
Yeah, we know where we're going now, but
there was quite a lot of drama, let's say.
I don't know about drama, but it was some interesting conversations that we needed to have to discuss the pros and cons of each possible route or adventure that we could have had, because we were really looking forward to do
and it was already decided, almost like we
were pretty sure we were going to do like the Middle East and Central Asia, and then
that was it.
That was like our first choice.
Because at the very start, so people can know, we wanted to buy the car in Dubai.
Yes.
That was the idea, to buy the car in Dubai, because Land Cruisers are like sand there. They're like everywhere and cheap, and very well equipped for the heat of the Middle East. So that was a great idea, to go from Dubai, Oman, Saudi Arabia, and then it was like Jordan, Syria, that we wanted to do.
Iran,
yes,
Iraq,
and then Iraq, Iran, and go north through.
I was hoping to like end up in Central Asia at some point, because this is like the never-ending world tour. But given
we were seriously considering Middle East.
Yeah. But given recent events, we've been told by a couple of Syrians, actually
locals, that we met in Armenia.
Yes, that it's not a good time.
Don't go to Syria, they say.
Yeah, and although we were just like really dying to go there, there were other things that we had to consider, like the fact that it just gets way harder to enter the US.
Well, that was that was the first big one, I think. And then we shared with people that we met that were Syrians.
Yeah.
And they confirmed, they were like, but anyways, don't go there. It's like not safe right now.
It's not good right now.
But the main one was that it would be way harder to enter the US, considering like if you have like a stamp of like any of those countries, Syria, Iran, which is very sad, but that's the sad reality.
Yeah, normally I wouldn't care too much, because there's so much of there are so many other places in the world.
Yeah.
But my grandma lives there, and I just can't take the chance to be not allowed back in. Yeah. So I think with that
was a very quick decision.
The Middle East
was
just
nope.
Yeah, off the table.
Yeah.
Which then left us with like two possible options. Could have been like South America.
Yep.
But I mean, we met in Argentina. I'm from Mexico.
It's not like unfamiliar, I would say.
It's not unfamiliar.
Yeah.
Exactly. So then we just ended up with Africa,
which was already in the plans, in the discussions when we were first
started talking about the
that
adventure.
Kind of expedition. Yeah.
It was Africa that we were like mentioning.
Because one of your dreams is to visit Morocco also. So why not then? And we ended up in Armenia.
We were, we went to Armenia thinking that we were gonna buy the car there
and start
fix it up.
Yeah, start from Armenia and not from Dubai, but for the Middle East.
Yes.
And so
our plans have been changing a lot over the past couple weeks. So we ended up in Armenia like right around Christmas.
Yep.
Thinking that we were gonna
buy the car in Armenia.
Yep.
Do your visa in Armenia.
All right.
Get the car ready, but then there's like a lot of reality where Armenia is not like.
It just hits you that the place where you thought everything was going to come together is not the best place to do it.
Even though we loved Armenia.
Yeah,
100%.
But
for whatever we needed,
it wasn't the most efficient place.
Yep.
So then we came to Georgia.
Yeah, because sorry, Myanmar, but it's like in Armenia where we were like, so we're not going to the Middle East. It was in Armenia, right?
Yes.
So then it's in Armenia that like everything had to be reshaped.
Plans are always changing. But yeah, so then we came to Georgia, and this is where we've been hanging out for like a month.
Yep. To buy the car.
We
Mostly.
bought the car, but it turns out that we're also not staying here to get it ready for the expedition, because a lot of the car parts and the equipment that we need take
Too
like
long.
at least 2 months to arrive.
Yeah, at least.
But those are not even like the important pieces that we need. A lot of them are coming from Australia, which rarely ship directly to Georgia.
Yeah,
Sometimes
some
they
of them
end
it's
up
like
in
4
Europe.
months, they said.
So even though we thought like a January to September, October timeline would have been more than enough time, it seems like
Yeah.
it's not enough, at least for our timeline.
Yeah, because there's also then our also life, that like the project has to fit in our lifestyle, and we have to be in Mexico in mid May, so that didn't help also,
Yeah, there's just
because
like,
we could just have waited and the parts would come here, but that was just not convenient at all for whatever we were already planning to do this year.
yeah.
So it's like two
I
things
mean-
have to like match like this.
Yeah, I feel like we're playing Tetris with our plans. You could have stayed.
Yeah.
I could have gone to Mexico because I have to do my US visa there.
Yep.
Speaking of convenience, but yeah. So we have our car.
Yes.
It's at the mechanic right now.
Yeah, and we'll show in the next videos, the car.
Yeah.
But
And we're fixing a couple things here and there to make it drivable, because since we're not going to be doing any of the major
yeah,
modifications to it
the
here.
car, we bought a car it's like quite healthy in terms of mechanics. There's no rust, there's nothing, but we'll go in details in the next video where we'll show the car at the mechanic and whatever they're like repairing there. But of course, for that kind of expedition, we don't give any space for suspicious part. So whatever is we don't know, we change and we put it brand new. And at least we'll have a very healthy base to go on the overland transformation, let's say.
Which will happen in Europe.
Which will
So-
and to go back to the topic of the video, so it ended up being Africa, the choice. So we go to Africa, and starting point will probably be Europe.
Well, I would
Almost
hope
for sure.
so. If
Yeah.
we're driving from here to Europe, it just kind of makes sense to start
It
in
is.
Europe.
Because we went from Armenia, Georgia. We were like, oh, we'll start from one of those places, get the car ready in one of those places, buy the car there, and we end up preparing the car in Europe. So we'll have to drive from Georgia to my hometown, Toulouse, in France, and we'll get everything ready there. Then the car will be ready in terms of anything that is overland, kind of.
Well, we've got the roof
Yeah.
tent, we've got like all the cabinetry inside,
Yeah.
the water tank. We've got
Yeah,
so
and
many things to
yeah,
look into that.
that's what I wanted to say. It's like it was way easier also for us in terms of shipping, because since I'm in e-com, it was easier because I have a warehouse in China, in Yiwu, and that's when you realize that sometimes things can help each other. So it was very easy to find parts that are very expensive either in Georgia or anywhere in Europe. For example, the roof racks or the bumpers or whatever it is for the car that we might need. And to ship everything by sea, by boat to Europe. So yeah, that was quite convenient because all the shipping routes are quite fast and easy to ship from China to Europe already. So that was a big one. So yeah, we just like learned to go with the flow. Like, okay, so like it's not easy to import here, but at least we decided to do all the mechanics in Georgia, which there's a lot to talk about also.
I mean, we had no choice but to get it done here if we're going to drive to Europe with it.
Yeah, but like the whole story behind it, like next videos we'll talk about it, but
Yeah.
Georgia is a very special place for many things. and one of them is customer service. We'll talk about it in like other videos. But yeah, look, so we just found the balance. We just learned like to go with like, okay, so this doesn't work, so we'll go there. And I guess it's just like training us for that big trip that we plan to do in Africa.
Yeah. So I think we'll take like the ferry from Europe to Morocco or to Algeria. We're not sure yet where we'll start.
Well, the best will be to go from Spain to Algeria, because then we can't cross from Algeria to Morocco. The land border is closed. And then from Algeria back to Spain, and then Spain, Morocco, and then we'll visit all of these beautiful countries. Morocco is going to be amazing. Algeria also.
Yeah. I mean, nobody said the trip needs to make sense. So yes, we will be doing a lot of zigzagging and back and forth, and that's just part of our life because that's who we are.
Yeah.
I can't say I know too much about Africa, to be honest, but it's part of what excites me. And
me too. I'm very excited.
I am.
We have no idea.
There's just so much more to it than the stereotype.
Yep.
Which is like mud huts and wild animals.
Yeah.
I know this much. But I'm just so excited to experience life there.
Yeah, because imagine, for example, like you were saying, Latin America, yes, like why not, and why not one day? But it's like we know the culture, we speak the language. So, but like Africa, we're going to like expect every country with so much, I don't know, like with child's expectations. Like, how is like, I don't know, Senegal going to be? Senegal, I have no idea. So
yeah, I need to do some research into like
get the food,
the
nice places.
Of course.
Oh yeah, because again, guys, we don't want to cross Africa. We want to go there deep, talk with the people, meet people. In her case, like we're going to do our best, so she can learn. Like for example, she has been learning Georgian food, how to cook Georgian food here, which was amazing to watch.
Yeah, with a local.
Her name is Natia, and she has been helping us and learn about the Georgian culture and just cooking Georgian food, which is, guys,
very good.
Top cuisine.
But yeah, so we're sure we'll find like a lot of people like her all throughout Africa.
Yeah.
And we just want to feel like, oh, we went there, and almost like we live there too.
Yeah.
Like their pace, their traditions.
Yeah,
their
we don't want to say like we saw Africa. Like we've seen like the animals, we've seen the landscapes. Okay, but like and the people and the food. What food did you have? We don't want to go to like big grocery stores. We want to like just go ask people. Like that's what I've been doing with her. Like, oh, do you think you could like teach her how to cook this dish? And like people are just genuinely happy to share their culture, the way they do things, because no one pays attention to it. No one values it. And suddenly you have like a nice foreigner coming with a nice smile and just asking, do you think you could teach us this? We're very interested in your culture. Of course they will do. So we're just like very curious. But like, what is going to be the next beautiful people that we're going to meet who can't wait to share it with us?
Yes. And a lot of it we'll just have to plan very carefully, because as much as we'd love to stay for a year in every country that we visit,
there's visa.
There's like a visa issue that we're still trying to coordinate, because for the most part, I would say like you're okay. Like you've got like perfect passport. Mine just requires some consular visas here and there, a bunch of e-visas everywhere else.
But it's like okay for most of the countries, no? We've seen.
What is okay?
I don't remember, but I think did we check Africa for the visas?
I've been checking.
Okay, well.
I wouldn't say it's mostly okay. It's like visas are required for almost every country that we hit, which is fine, but it also gives us possibly shortened timelines, because it's, if he can stay 4 months or 6 months or however long, but I can only stay a month, it just changes things. So we're going to be looking into that, and it's going to be part of the trip. We'll also be having like a third passport with us on the trip, which will be the car's
The
passport,
carnet de passage.
which we're still looking
Yes.
into. But yeah, you know, things are popping up left and right.
Yeah, everything is less and less blur, let's say. Because, for example, when we just arrived in Georgia, everything was so... We have to buy a car. How do we buy a car in Georgia? How does it work? We don't speak the language. Now we have the car, but now we have to find a...
park it outside.
Yeah, we have to park it outside, which is like so hard in Georgia. Now we have to find a mechanic. You go to the mechanic and they're fighting. Like,
They're fighting at
Yeah.
the Toyota Center.
yeah, huge Toyota center, huge Toyota car garage. And you have like employees versus employees or employees versus customers. But with like high testosterone Caucasian guys shouting like lions. And you're just like, hey, I want to go to Africa with my Land Cruiser and we need like attention, please. So
Yeah,
that didn't help. But right now, I think that we have a way more precise idea of how our things are going to turn. So we know at least the big lines
We
where
have
the
a
car. We have the car.
And
It's
the
getting
car?
fixed
It's getting fixed.
by someone that looks trustworthy. We had a nice quote. Everything looks taken care of, and we know that the parts are right now shipped from China to Europe. For the rest,
They're on their way.
they're on their way, and we already have some contacts in France of people who would help us. We'll talk about this in the next videos, to have a custom drawer structure on the trunk of the car with a custom water tank, etc. So at least we have the big lines. We know where we are kind of going.
I just feel like I'm walking through a dark room
Don't worry.
with
I'm
like
here.
Legos on the
Yo
floor.
estoy aquí para ti.
Yeah, because just when it seems like we figured something out, new
Oh,
things
yeah.
come up. So
Yeah,
we're
that was quite
always
tiring. At some point
jumping.
we were
trying to-
quite stressed because it was almost like every day something was changing.
Oh.
For like a week or 10 days, it was like
Yes.
crazy. But at the end of the day, we're just very happy because we go to Africa. We're going to discover Africa. So Africa, here we go. September 2026.
Oh yeah, we cut back. You know,
It was supposed to be October.
but now we're just gonna start in September because why not?
Yeah.
And we'll have more of the dry season once we're in Africa, so that'll be nice.
That was a big...
Just crams everything else in our plans a little bit more for the
Yes.
rest of the year, but you know, we'll get it done.
Yeah. And this will, in the next video, we'll talk about this. Our ideas of all the countries, all the nice things we could do in every country. And
Yes.
also we'll talk about the seasons, because again, in Africa,
Oh, yeah.
you want to travel during the dry season. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it's not nice.
I mean, we're overlanding and we're all about, you know, we're going to be super into the whole camping and
Yes.
like going overland, but we're not trying to die
Yeah.
in the mud and,
And
get
if
stuck
you
there
have the
every
choice,
single time.
why wouldn't you choose just the dry, nice season?
Yeah.
Hot but dry.
I wouldn't say we're like super extreme.
I'm okay with the dry season.
Yeah, dry season is fine for us both. So at least we agree on that. But yeah, we'll talk more about it, specifically which countries we'll be like trying to go through, if
Yeah.
we'll be like avoiding any particular zones. Oh, we've got lots to plan, lots to think about, and lots to share with you for the next couple of videos. So
Yeah. But we are so excited.
just stick around because this is going to be fun for the next couple of weeks for
Yes.
sure.